Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ikara Technology. This is Sakib Ansari, and today we will build a weather app project using Python. In this project, you will learn how to fetch real-time weather data using Open Weather API and how to process and structure data using Python objects, and then how to display a clean formatted weather forecast. Before starting this uh, tutorial, you should need to sign up on the this web website openweathermap.org for the getting the API key. I have already signed up. You need to come this website and sign up the account, your account. I show you how to sign up if you know. First, I log out to my account and create an new account here. So you need to write here the username and then your email and then your password. So I create a new user here. I write the sample user underscore user, and I write something other email like my second email, Sakib Ansari 1947. This is my second email. And then you write here the strong password here as you wish to write the password. And then please check this and also check this agreement and check this. It asks the some questions, then click the verify. It asks the bicycle, so bicycle, click on the bicycle and then create account button. Click on the create account button and it create our account. It asks you the company name, so you can give your company name like Ikara, for example, Ikara Technology, and you use the education purpose and save and click the save button. First, you need because it is important to get your API key. Then, after it completed, you come the My API key tab. So you should click on this tab, and it will provide you this key. You should copy this key from there and you can generate a new key if you want to generate the new key, like you can give any name here and click on the generate button. It generate the new API key for you. Okay, then you should copy this API key, like I am copy here this API key, and I will need it while doing the coding. So whether you are a beginner or looking to enhance your Python skills, this project will teach you API integration, data handling, and object-oriented programming. So let's get started. First, I show you the quick demo of this project. So I run the file on the console and press the enter, and it asks me the enter a city. So I give it Tokyo and press the enter. So it give us the 5 day weather uh, for us. So today's weather in the Tokyo city is uh, different time, different temperature. So you can see here the 7 of February weathercast, and you can see 8 February weathercast. You can see of it give us the 5 days weathercast. So you can generate also the other city. For example, if you live in India, you can also uh, uh, search the Mumbai. So it give us the Mumbai weathercast. So you can also check your city weathercast. So it is very amazing project. Watch it till the end. This project I will explain you step by step code. So first, I have mm, 4 files which I created for this project weathercast. So our project consists of 3 main files: model, weather API .py, and weather app.py. So model.py defines the structure of our weather data, and weather underscore API I have already coded, but I will show you the step by step and explain every code here. Don't worry. This script fetch weather data from the open weather API, and weather app.py, this main file runs the main program and displays weather forecast. Now let's start defining the weather model. So first, creating weather model. So I will rough all of the code and I will explain step by step. Don't worry, every code I will explain you. First, first I created the model.py file, which is in my Python projects folder, model.py. You so I import the required libraries here. So for first library, first I import the date and time. I need to import date and time and import the date and time, and I will give it the dt as dt. I use the as for the namespace, so I give it the dt. So basically data and time used for handling date and time. So second one is data class, data classes, and I will import from the data classes data class. Basically data class helps define a structured object to store weather data. And then I need to create the weather class here. First I need give the data class here, write the data class here, and then I start the creating the class. First class is our weather, and this weather class will store date. Date should be like dt, which is our module, and details, date and times of the forecast. Details, I take the details, I create the details, and details like I assign the details, I give the dictionary. So details additionally weather details, you mean like humidity, pressure, etc. And then I write the temperature, like it should be a string type, temperature in Celsius, and the weather I should write weather here, and then weather should be list type, and the it should is dictionary. So whether a list containing weather description, it is containing the weather description, and then last description, and the it should be string type. Description basically a short text describing the weather, for example clear sky, etc, etc. And then defining a string method for easy building. So I write the method here, string str, and it is take the automatically self parameter. So I just return the this formats, basically uh, I return the f string here. So and then I should pass the array on this string. Sorry, array means list, uh, self dot date. I take the date and give the format to the date, percentage h, and the percentage m. Basically this formats the output, so it print like I show you it example. It print like 12 and 25. This means clear sky. This means clear sky. This is the example of this format. And then I pass the temperature here, self dot temp, and I pass the Celsius. Uh, so and then uh, I pass description, self dot description, and basically with this our weather model is ready. Then second, I need to fetching weather data. You need to create the weather API.py file, which I have already created in this folder. So you need to create weather, uh, this file, weather underscore API.py. So I collect this code and I explain you step by step from the sketch. Now let's fetch real time weather data from the open weather API. Okay, I have created the model.py file and I need to first import some required modules here. First, I import the JSON and then import the request. If you have not available installed in your uh, uh, package, so you should install by using this command install requests. I have already installed, but if you have not, just enter. And if you available in your file, then it upgrade it. I have already installed it, so it upgraded. And if you have not installed it, if you not installed this, you should write this command and it will be installed in your system. Then I need to import typing from final, from the typing, and import the final. Basically, request send API request, and JSON basically handles JSON's responses, and final defines the constants. And then I need to import from the model, import weather and DT. Basically, our weather is like our model file is here, which we have already written the code on this file, and then import here weather underscore API.py file, and we get the weather and DT like from the this file weather class and DT. Okay, don't confuse. I will explain you every line of code on this tutorial. So then setting API constant, I need to setting the constant API. So I will write here the API underscore key for the uh, API key, which we have already created the account on this website for using the API key. And you should copy this API key. And final, I use the final and str. It should be string type, and then assign the our API key. You should copy paste here your API key, and then you shouldn't. I need to create a new base underscore URL, and assign the final. It also str, and assign the our website, which URL is like HTTPS. Sorry, in string type HTTPS, and backslash API dot open weather map dot org data backslash 2.5 backslash forecast. So you should write this URL on this string, and basically you replace your key with your open weather API key, and then it is similar to all this URL. And then I need to create a function to fetch weather data. So I create the function here, get underscore weather, and pass some important parameters here. City name, it should be string type. Mock, it should boolean type, and I assign the false value currently. And then it returns like dictionary type. So basically this function takes a city name and returns the weather data. And then I pass the uh, using mock data for testing. And then I return the some condition if mock, it print the using mock data. If mock is are true, the function loads dummy data instead of calling the API. So I written some message here using mock data, and then I open the dummy data JSON. So I need to open. I write dummy. So uh, first, if you have any problem to create this file automatically, so first I show you this JSON file will create it to you automatically. So I take the dummy underscore data 2 dot JSON. I have already created, but I will show you the sample file to create this. So as file. So I need to return here JSON file. So return and write the JSON, and it load the and pass the file. So then basically it if mock is equal to true, then the function loads dummy data instead of calling the API. Then I need to write code for calling the open weather API. So I need to create a variable payload, and it should be dictionary type and assign the dictionary value. First key is q for the city name, property city name, and then app ID means API key, and then last units. Units means Celsius means a metric. It should be metric. Basically, it defines parameters like city name, API key, Celsius format. And then I need to create a request variable here, request, and assign the request dot get and pass the URL. URL means base URL, and then params means payload. Okay. Basically, it sends a request to open weather, and then I get the data like create the variable data, and it should be dictionary and assign the request variable, and it convert the JSON format. So basically it converts API response into JSON format, and last return the data. Okay, basically this function successfully fetches live weather data, and then I need to create like this JSON to the JSON format API. So automatically into the file. So I give the name dummy underscore data to. I have already dummy data, but I create new file for the JSON. So I have already written the code for this. So I just copy this code in the notepad. I have already written. So I just paste here this code. Uh, this file name dummy underscore data 2, and then I just JSON dump data and the file dot dump and pass the data and the file here. And lastly I want to return the script here, if name is equal to and the main function call here, and print the first get weather and pass the like which I Tokyo, for example I take the Tokyo today, Tokyo, and the move is equal to false. So I first run this folder, sorry, file. So file name is weather underscore dot API, which I have already. So this is our file, and press the enter. It create automatically JSON file, which is dummy underscore data to JSON. It takes some little time, so it created into our folder. So I can see here this file. You should also generate like this. It is very simple. So then I have created this file. So then I continue the next one. So I run this code. Basically, I return this code for the creating the dummy data JSON file. So I run this code, and then I need to uh, now let's extract the important details from the raw API data. So then I need to create the new function here extracting weather data. So get underscore weather underscore details, and the pass the weather parameter here, and it should be dictionary type, and return the list. This function returns the list and the weather, and pass the weather. So just the list key contains multiple weather forecast. So then I need to create here a days variable, and it should be list, and it take the dictionary type, and then I assign the weather dot get, and it get the list. So the list key contains multiple weather forecast basically, and I need to uh, check the error if not day. If not days, it showing the error. It handle the error exception, and I pass the string here problem with JSON, and pass the weather. So if days is empty, something went wrong with the API request. So then processing each weather entry. Next, I processing each weather entry. So first, I need to create list of weather variable, and it should be list and pass the weather. And then I assign the empty list here, and then uh, I create a for loop for taking the each day in from the days, and I create the w should be weather, and assign the weather module, which is custom module, which I have already. So then date assign dt dot from timestamp. Basically, we loop. What happens here? Basically, we loop through each forecast in the API response, and then I take the for from timestamp and pass into this day dot get dt. So I pass the dt date and time. So then I need to also pass the details. Sorry, some mistake. Yes. So then details. I pass the details. Sorry, uh, details. I created details and assign the day with the using the walrus operator, and they dot get the main, and then I need to also pass the temperature. Temp is equal to details dot get, and then it should be temperature, and I need to, sorry, I have some mistake, get some mistake with this temp is equal to details dot get. Basically, I need correct it. Mm, so basically, I create, I call the weather and pass the weather, and walrus operator is equal to day dot get, and then I will pass the weather here, weather, and then next I need to pass the description here, description, and description should be weather, and pass the index 0 and get the description here, description. And last, we have created all of the details here. Basically, what happens here, we loop through each forecast, yeah, in the API, and extract useful details like day, temperature, and description, and store everything in a list of weather object. So this is our weather object here, list, and append w. So it is easy to understand, not confused in this code. Now our weather data is structured and easy to use. So then I need to display weather forecast. So I need I need to return first this list of weather. So I write the return here, and the weather get weather details. Sorry, get weather details, not list of weather. Then second, uh, now I need to display weather forecast. So I write the I of this code, and I will explain every code step by step here. So first, I need to, here I am creating the main function, and I create the weather app.py file first, and I have already created, so you should create first weather app.py file, and write the main function code. So first, I import the mm, weather API, weather API, and import the get weather, and import the get weather details, and lastly weather. Okay, then I create the main function here, and then I write the code first, getting the user input by creating the variable user underscore city, and assign it should be string type, and get the input from the user. I simply write the string enter your city, and enter the user enters a city name like Aurangabad, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and etc etc. So next, I fetching and processing the data. First, I create the current weather variable. So I give the name current underscore weather, and it should be the string type, and assign the and call here the get weather, and pass the user city, and mock is equal to true. It should be true. Then uh, we should create a new variable here, weather underscore details, and it should be list type, and pass the weather module, and then I I assign the get weather details here, and pass the current weather. So we fetch weather data and extract useful information here, and then I should need grouping and displaying weather data. First, I create the DFMT, and then I create so and then assign the format, date format here. You can change this date format with your living staying country. So I just take this format DMY, and then I create the days variable, and it should be uh, list type, and list should be string, and then I sorted and pass the f string here, and get the date. So date dot date, and then dfmt. So uh, I just uh, create the uh, for loop here in this. So I just for date in the weather from the weather details. So I take the dates from the weather detail, and it should. So I just cut it, Control X, and and sorry, and just paste here. So it now right, and then basically how this works. It groups forecast by date, and prints weather details in a clean format. So I need to create for loop here a day in the from the days. It iterates the days, and I should print the day here, and just print the 1 2 3. Yes, okay. Then I create the grouped variable here. It should be list type, and pass the weather, and assign the list comprehension like current current for current mm, in weather details, and then I pass the some condition if and pass the f string here, current date dot current date, and I pass the dfmt here, and is equal to day, then it will iterate. So if I just create the again for loop here, element in grouped from the grouped, and print the element here, it will print the element here, and then I need some mm, print also here, because next line. So this prints weather details in a clean format, and that finally I need to I need to call the main function here. If sorry, if name and the main, it executes first, and then I call here the main function. So I need to run this uh, script. So I write the file name here and press the enter. So it asks uh, me to enter your city name. So I just write the my city name Aurangabad and press the enter. So it gives us the final input. The app work perfectly. So sorry, it not give us the output correctly. So where is the mistake? I just check the mistake here. So I want to check this mistake. Where is the some mistake here? I check this file. Oh yes, this maybe yes this syntax mistake. Uh, so it should right here. And then I check again. I run the again script like I clear the console first and then write the file name whether app.py and then press the enter. It asks the city name Aurangabad and press the enter. Wow, the app work perfectly. It give us the it- I expand it this console. It give us the 5 day weather cast. So weather detail. So this is 6 Feb, 7 Feb, and 8 Feb data, in 9 Feb data, 10 Feb data, and 11 Feb data. So that's it. If I run again this file and give the some other city name like Nanded and press the enter, it give us the Nanded data, weather weather cast data. So you can check any city of the weathercast. So it is very amazing project that is it we successfully build a weather app in Python. If you found this tutorial helpful, you should go to our website www.ikaratechnology.com and find their very amazing projects in Python. You can watch there that tutorials also. So thank you very much. See you in the next video.